Hey guys, this is Mike with Riding in the Ozarks. And I know I probably should have made this video before Christmas, but I'm going to go over some gift ideas and some things I'm actually getting April for Christmas, so you're not going to see it till after Christmas. But don't worry, these ideas are good for birthdays, anniversaries, for Christmas next year. They're timeless. If you have a biker in your life and he gives you a parts list with specific items he wants for Christmas or birthdays or whatever, then that's great. Get those things. But if you have someone that's a little bit difficult to buy for, I've got some ideas of some things. And if you know you're interested in specific things like this armored Kevlar hoodie I've been wearing this year, then that's a great idea. Or maybe they need a good phone holder and they've been talking about, different mounts to put their phone on their bike. I really am happy with this Zero one I put on my bike this year. If they've been talking about Bluetooth communicators, maybe this or a more expensive model. This is one I reviewed that me and April have been using for just the two of us. And not everything has to be expensive. Some of those items there are in the $80, $100 range. But there's some more affordable things you can do that are just as nice. So last year I found a good set of gloves. I did a review on these. I've been happy with them. They were less than $25. You can do things like this little decorative tin if they have a man cave or a garage that they'd like to decorate. That was 10 bucks, 15 bucks, something like that. April picked out this frame from a friend of ours that makes these, Frames by Razor, and he puts David Mann posters in them. Of course, this isn't an original. It's probably ripped out of an Easy Rider, but it still looks good and it'll make a nice decoration for my shop. We had a Christmas party this year, and we did that white elephant gift game where you can steal a gift from someone else. Everybody kept stealing this clock that April brought until it couldn't be stolen anymore. Now, this is cut out of a vinyl record, and I'll leave it up here against the white where it's a little easier to see, but it's a motorcycle and it has the Harley-Davidson logo and bar and shield down here at the bottom. And that's going to make a beautiful addition to the shop as well. If you're looking for stocking stuffers, there's cute little things like this. These are magnetic drawer identifiers to go on your toolbox. So, screwdrivers, ratchets, sockets, and then you just slap it up there on that particular drawer. I'm going to know what's in what drawer probably. But if I tell April, hey, can you go grab me a screwdriver? She's going to know what drawer to look in. I'm not going to have to tell her it's the third drawer down on the right. Those are all things you can go find on Amazon, and I'll leave links to a bunch of that stuff down below. But what I think are really great gifts, especially for someone that has everything, are things that are more personal. So for Father's Day this year, April gave me this, and she signed the inside of it. I know it's just a photo album, but it's, a neat way of doing it, and it really means a lot to me. And I think other people appreciate these kinds of thoughtful gifts that are personalized. Here's something I did for April. And this is one of the reasons you're not seeing this video until after Christmas. I took a photo I had of her riding her bike as the sun was setting, and I cropped it around and positioned it where she was on one side, and you can still see the sun kind of setting there over the horizon. And then I took one of those sayings and pasted it into the photo and had it printed at 20 by 30. And I bought a frame for her to hang it with. So in this case, I chose the saying, 4 wheels move the body, 2 wheels move the soul. You could do the biker's prayer, or you could do other things. You can have stuff like this printed on a coffee mug, and it could be one of their photos or on a t-shirt. Things like that are very personal and mean a lot more. So the rest of this video is going to be about making a gift for April. A few years ago, I wanted something I could hang my keys, my belt, my hoodie on, my holster, things like that, but I wanted it to be kind of Harley, and I couldn't find anything to buy that was really what I wanted. So I made something, and April liked it, so I can't spend a lot of money on her this year, but I'm going to make her one. All right, let me show you what we're going to do to make this. We start off. In this case, I chose a 1 by 10. It could be a 1 by 8. It doesn't have to be these exact dimensions. You'll just have to decide what look and feel and what you want. This is all just a base. There's no plans for this, but I'll show you how to make something like this. So remember, this isn't some fine piece of art that has to be measured exact. It's not like we're butting edges up to anything else, doing mitered corners or anything else. I set the tape measure out here. Slide this square up to 36 inches, get the tape measure out of the way, get my pencil, Flip square over. Get her lined up with the lines again. Finish bringing my line across. Now it's time to go cut this. All right, guys, can you see those rough edges on the board there? That's where we've cut it, and we have these little pieces left over. You could take sandpaper and sand that off, but there's also a cheap, easy way to do it that I think works fine for this kind of stuff. All right, we've got this thing cut. I've smoothed the edges off. We're gonna lay it down on the table now and take a small torch and do some wood burning and give it that burnt wood look. All right, we're gonna mark off some spots, drill some holes and things like that. These are what I use for coat hooks. I'm able to order these off of Amazon. I'll leave a link for that in the description as well if anybody wants any. But the way I do this, 36-inch board, I divide it up into 3 sections. That's easy to do the math. That means every 12 inches, I'm gonna put one of these. I'm gonna mark where those go, and then I'm gonna mark some spots in the bottom to drill in and be able to put hooks in here. This is where I hang the keys and my belt and things like that off the bottom. We're also going to drill some holes about 3/4 of an inch in on each corner. We're going to put bolts in them. They're just for looks, but they give it a kind of a cool effect, I think. So that you can change that up and do that however you want. You could, countersink a bolt or a screw on the back side and put a nut on the front side if you like that look better and have the bolt sticking through. Be creative. Lots of ways of doing it. You don't have to do it the way I do it. All right, there'll be a link for this down below in case somebody wants it, but I ordered this assorted hook pack off of Amazon to get the what they call screw eye hooks that I wanted. I wanted kind of a chrome or nickel finish, not gold, that was available at the local hardware store. All right, guys, here's what we have so far. Now, I'm going to drill some holes in the corners, put some bolts in it, and if you had somebody that could do wood burning, you could wood burn something in here. What I did is put some stickers in here, and then I lined this part with photos, and I'll show you how we do that. And then your mounts, put it into the wall. You just take a long screw and run it in, straight into a stud, and that's hidden by a photo that's on top of it. I think we're done for tonight. I'm gonna go home and work on printing off the stickers to go on here, and then we'll put the screws in to hold the photos and show you the final product. There's not a lot left to do if everything comes out right with the stickers. I have tried doing other transfer methods and they didn't work good, and I ruined wood and everything else. So if you have somebody that can do wood burning, that'd be awesome, but otherwise I just do transparent stickers and put them on here, and I think they look good. So like I said, this isn't some expensive fine piece of art. It's the thought that counts. Hey, random mail call clip. Today, I got a sticker from Ruckus Rides. So, we'll put that up on the board. Thank you. There'll be a link to his channel in the description down below.
The next day.
All right, so we've got the wood burnt. We've got the hooks in, we've got the coat hooks in. I cut a notch in the top of this. That's something I didn't do on my original one, and I'll show you what that's for when we're done. So the next thing I do is go ahead and place the photos where I want them, and then I put the stickers last underneath the photos because I want them kind of spaced evenly between the photos and the edge of the board. I ordered my 4x6 prints from Walgreens, and when they give them to you, they give you this blank one on each side to protect the photos. So I actually use this as my template, so I don't screw up my good photos. What I got were called hex washers, self-drilling, so they have kind of a washered head that helps pinch the photo and hold it in place. All right, so we're gonna lay the photos out here and get them kind of positioned where we want them. One thing that's nice about this method is you can change these photos out by just loosening these screws out, putting another photo in, tighten them back down if you want to change up the photos every year or two. All right, we got our photos mounted on here. The spacing I wanted. Of course, if you do a shorter board or a longer board, you'll have to figure out what spacing works for you. You could use 5x7 photos or different things. Just be creative. I have transparent sticker paper, and I printed these on my printer at home last night, and I'm gonna peel the backing off and place them on here. When I peel them off, there'll be no white. It'll just be clear, so you'll see the board through everything that's white. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. If you guys didn't know, April has her own YouTube channel. We're just getting started. She's only cut a couple of videos yet, but it's Firecracker on 2 wheels, and Firecracker is her road name, so I printed this off to make this special for her. So I made one for myself in the past, and mine just says Harley-Davidson there. That was back before I had a YouTube channel. Now, since I started doing YouTube, people are sending me poker chips, and we're swapping stickers and things like that. And so I wanted to do something a little different for her because I don't have a place to put my poker chips yet. But I worked it out on this one, cut a notch in it. It's a little tight. Have to squeeze it in there. Now, she's got a place, see that against me better probably, to put poker chips. If people send her poker chips or she collects them from places we go. I know she's got a few from Sturgis and some of the other rallies we've gone to. So, all right, in case you want to make something like this, I'll put links in the description down below for as many of these items that I've shown in the video today, whether it's the Bluetooth headset or the armored hoodie or these hooks. I get these on Amazon. I got these on Amazon. I'm sure you can buy these bolts and screws on Amazon if you don't want to go to a local hardware store and pick them up. Or maybe you don't have one close, you just soon have it delivered. And if you use those links to purchase anything, even if it's not these things, it does help support the channel. There's also a link to a merch store and my Patreon page down below if you're interested in any of that stuff. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you do that YouTube thing, check out the content on my channel. If you dig it, you can hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to ring that bell to be notified the next time I drop a new video. And as always, thank you for your support. Stay safe and keep on riding.